record as well. That's good. And yes, we are there.
Alrighty.
Lovely. Good. So, better introduce ourselves. So this is going live out on my profile now. But I'm Brian Knight. I live near Melbourne in Australia, and I trade basically. And I'm here with this lovely lady.
Thank you, Brian. My name is Anne Armitage, and I am on the other side of the planet in Ontario, Canada.
Wow, isn't it great? It always blows me away to think that we can be in different places in the world and we can talk like this as if we're sitting next to each other, but we're not. I do remember back when I was a lot younger, there was a delay when you used to call international. I worked in Germany for a while, and to ring back home in Australia, it was like $10 a minute or something, and there was a delay. So
yeah, and you had to wait and wait.
Yeah, this is just freaky. So it's good. Anyway, what we're here is for an overview, though. Would you like me to put up the...
You go right ahead, Brian. That's fine. Sure. Yep, okay, absolutely.
I'll grab this.
You can take a turn.
Yeah, well, why not? We'll see how we go.
Why not?
Go there, and we just go share. And I'll put that so that it goes on to present. And we can... There we are.
There we go.
So I'll just put us down around here so I can go through.
So you can see it. Yeah, I know.
So this is Anne and I have actually done this, for a number of weeks, and we've got interesting people asking us. So people would say to us, why are you doing this? And my motivation is to try and help other people if they want to take that. I mean, this is about how we're making money from home without selling, referring, recruiting, doing
whatever you want to call it.
any of that crazy online stuff. And we're just going to give you a peek behind the curtains, basically. We are part of the Financial Freedom Ninjas, and our motto is that we learn, we trade, and we win together.
So we want to make sure that you, we're going to say, hey, just hold on now. We want to make sure that you do stick around until the end of this, because we do have maybe a little goodie or two that, that might just help you to make some money this week. Be worth your while, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, people would maybe like that opportunity.
I would imagine they would.
This is we've said where we're from, but basically what we are, both Anne and I, at different parts of the world, yet there are sort of some common things. We've been tired, burnt out from things that we've done before, whether it's bricks and mortar, or whether it's in somebody else's business, or whether it's online. And the proof is that we're not expert traders or anything. And when we talk about this is trading in foreign exchange. This is just the exchange of money from one country to another. And we'll get to the point of seeing how big that market is in relation to other things. So we'll be the first to admit that we've done a lot of things wrong. Anne and I, we've both been here sort of like 3.5 years.
3-ish years, yeah.
Yeah, and we have done a lot of things wrong. Yeah, that's part of that learning process, that when you learn anything new, there are things that you're not going to do right at the start because you're not understanding the importance of it.
Yeah, but those things that we did wrong were before this.
Yeah, correct.
This is the one thing that we did right, Brian. Come on.
Yeah. Well, within this is what we have really done right. And
absolutely.
I'm very happy about I was just saying, I've got a couple of trades just going into positive anyway.
Stop watching your trades, Brian.
Yeah, sorry, I was just doing those things too. Anyway, who's this for? Is this for you?
This is for you. And it is for you for many reasons, some of which are listed here. So first of all, it's for you if you know that get rich quick As much as everyone would like to think so, it just does not exist. It's for you if you understand that this is not passive. This is where people get, thinking that things are passive is where people get scammed because, I mean, let's face it, money doesn't fall from the sky. This can be done in very little time, but it does require involvement.
Yeah.
This is for you if you recognize its amazing value and life-changing potential. This is for you if you can see that it's not expensive, but it's not free.
Yeah.
This is for you if you are happy to invest in yourself for the sake of you and your family. This is for you if you're willing to learn a skill that can pay you for life. This is for you if you realize obstacles come up no matter what you do, but are willing to speak up so we can work through them together. And this is for you if you'll accept the help and support that is available in massive doses.
And to describe where that support is, it's within this ninja.
Within our ninja group.
Within our ninja community.
Absolutely.
Okay, so there's different levels of financial freedom, and we were talking about financial freedom, as the title of this. And some people are at different. Well, there are people at different levels of this, and level one is where there's financial solvency. It's like what your expenses or your debts and living and all that equals whatever your income is. And there's plenty of studies that are done saying that there are countries where people are living from paycheck to paycheck. There's nothing, they don't have a buffer at all. The next level is where the living expenses equal your income, plus you have a little bit over, a little bit of an emergency fund in case something happens. And then level three is that you're free of debt, excluding your mortgage. So you still have a mortgage on the property where you live. So you have, a roof over your head, so you're dry and warm and you got food and stuff. And so with that, it allows you to have some money to be able to do a little bit of investing if you wanted to. Doesn't mean you do, it allows you to. Level four is that you have investment cash flow, and that equals your survival expenses. So it means that
you're now living off of your investment.
Correct.
Money.
And so the what you do earn is your extra. So then if you see where the arrow is at level 5 is where you have 25 annual expenses that are saved up, or you have investment cash flow that equals your living costs, which includes mortgage and everything.
So, yep. And that's the sweet spot.
It is. Well, it's good to be able, but you got to. The thing is though, Anne, you have to have something that allows you to step up those levels though. If you just keep doing the same old, you're going to get what you've always got.
Exactly.
Unless something changes.
Yep.
So level 6 is pretty good, is where sort of everything you want, and you just go like,
more.
I'll have this and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Albert, and he had a great quote about compounding interest, and that it's the 8th wonder of the world. And the thing is that with this compounding interest, there's a lot of financial institutions that actually use or understand and use this. The thing is that he who understands it, or the person, doesn't have to be a he, the person that understands it earns from it, and the person who doesn't ends up paying the person who understands it.
And that means in this world and in this scenario that generally speaking, the ones who understand it the best are the banks. And we're the ones who end up paying it on our mortgage, on our loans, on our credit cards, on every single dime that they let us have.
Yeah. That we need because we don't have that financial security.
Yet. Yes, that's right. Yeah. That's right. But here's the thing. Compound interest can work in your favor as opposed to against you, which is what we are most familiar with, unfortunately. So let's have a look at our not so secret plan, and we'll show you how you can actually take $100 and watch and see how it becomes $100,000 potentially.
100 units.
Well, actually, mathematically it does. So
yeah, pounds. It could be pounds, dollars.
Well,
ruble, whatever it is. It's still. This is a mathematical explanation. So
right.
This is investing smarter. So if you've got $100 from that first sort of investment, and this doesn't have to be real money to start with. I mean, we talk about demoing that. Yeah, let's look at this as being real money. $100 you put in. There are, if you can see down the page here, there are 20 trading days roughly in a month, because it's Monday to Friday, basically trading, with the weekends off. I love that. It's like you can rest and relax. And not to mean that it's stressful through the week, it just means that there are a downtime with it as well. So if you have $100 in there and your return on that investment is 3% per trade.
Per day, yeah.
Well, per day, you can say per day or per trade. I mean, you might make a couple of trades, mightn't you?
That's right. It could be more than one trade. You could divide it up into 3 trades and still have your 3%.
Yeah, 1% each or something, whatever.
Yep.
And you start with $100, then you'll have 103 at the end of the first day. Then that means the second day you'll be trading with 103, and then you'll get $106.09 the second day, and so it compounds like that. Now, this doesn't seem too exciting over 20 days, yet to go from $100 to $180.61, it's not quite double. In 20 days, you are, say you've 3/4. It's actually more than 3/4. You've basically added 3/4 to your initial amount. Okay? Now, let's have a look a little further though. If we say, well, let's go, this is month 1, 20 days.
And we keep doing that for month 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Let's
go to month 12. So at month 12, month 11, you would kick down to 66,709.77. Now that's still from the $100. This is not, you're not taking anything out, putting anything extra in. It's that 100 that is compounded. And this is what compounding is all about. Then in that 20 days of that month, because it compounds again, you're going to end up with, down on the right here in the green, 120,000. Now that's when everything goes perfectly. Everything's perfect. It's absolutely 3% every day. Now, Forex is not that, or foreign exchange is not that. There are little things.
Nothing in life is like that. Everything has its little hiccups along the way.
Correct. So this is mathematically correct.
Yes.
Yet life correct may be different. Right?
Yes.
So even if, for example, you only ended up with that 66, or half of the 120, 60,000 for the year from $100, compounded, not so bad.
Not so bad at all.
If you only got a quarter of it, 30,000 from $100 in 12 months, just means you have to wait the 12 months and do something for 20 days a month. That's all.
Which is fine, Brian, because I mean, when you think about it, if you look at reports and statistics, you'll find that the majority of people in North America, I'm going to say as a whole, the average salary is somewhere around $30,000 a year on average. So, to take $100 and over the course of a year, turn it into a year's salary, that's not so shabby.
No, it's pretty good, really. So, and we already know that because we already do this.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the thing is, we understand how this works because we have seen it and experienced it ourselves.
Yep.
So this is the one I like. Trading is the best business. Like,
it sure is.
Now, not everybody has been in a business or started a business themselves. I have started, grown, and sold several businesses in my life. I have a few years behind me. So, and the fact is that when I was 25 was the last time someone paid me a wage. So from 25 to now, and I'm about to turn 61. So there's just an alert coming up. Yep.
Yep.
That's all right. Just an alert for a currency. I'll have a look at it after this. I've got time to do that. The thing is, though, that inherently, when you start a business, there are a lot of expenses. For example, you got to buy stock. Well, here you don't have to buy anything. You basically you have to wait. You have to wait until you can get the business happening before it can generate. Sometimes what you have to do is you have to put more money in and more money in over time to sort of get it over that period where it starts to get some returns. Here, returns straight away. Yeah, there's minimal time. Like you set your hours. It doesn't mean like if you got your own business, you got to like my last business I had. I used to be there at 6:45 or 7 o'clock every morning, and I wouldn't get home until after 10 o'clock at night. And I didn't live that far away from it.
Because the business controls you. Yeah.
Yeah. So and that was 7 days a week. It wasn't just, like, hey, Monday to Friday. This is 7 days a week type thing. This you don't have to. It's 5 days a week. You pick the times that you want to actually allocate to it. You don't have any customers. There's nobody that you have to talk to or negotiate with or say, oh, no, this thing's faulty, or, oh, hang on a minute, I never received it. Or you don't have to deal with any of that. Right? Anyone can do it. If you've got some basic computer skills, that's really all you need.
And the ability to learn.
Correct, absolutely. Or the willingness to learn is more the point, as well. Isn't it? Yeah. Yep. And look, this other one is you haven't got any employees to hire. There's people there, the associated expenses of wages. We call it superannuation here, or, like retirement type monies that you have to pay for, or safety stuff that we call it work cover. It's like an insurance for.
Yeah, we here in Canada we call it workers' compensation. It's another program that.
So none of that, none of those expenses, and just think of it: no rent. You work from home or from your car or your phone or whatever it is.
Wherever you take your laptop.
So basically, the expenses are really internet, a phone or computer, and basically a monthly education fee. That's it.
And a couple of those expenses you have regardless.
Correct, absolutely. The thing about it is, though, I see it as investment in my education over time. That's the basic bottom line. There are no big upfront expenses. It's a chunk, the same every month. You can budget for it. Everything's all cool. And when you're trading away, that's what pays for those things, plus a few more. All right.
So now the question is this: are you open-minded enough to look at Forex? So let's just hang on a second here and let's just kind of think about this for a minute. The thing about Forex, when a lot of people hear the word, they immediately think it's too complicated, it's too risky, there's not enough time, it's too expensive, and ultimately that it's a scam. So the too complicated, we have everything worked out for you as far as our group is concerned in order to make things as simple as is humanly possible, and we've been working on this for quite some time now, and I think we pretty much have it right on. Too risky. Again, part of the training and part of what we take you through is proper risk management so as not to be doing risky things. By following our teachings and our guidelines, then, we try very hard to protect everyone. Not enough time. Well, when the Forex market opens on a Sunday evening Eastern Standard Time and it closes, doesn't close again until Friday evening Eastern Standard Time, it is open around the clock. So there's surely some time in there somewhere for anybody to find the time to learn the skill and then implement the skill. It's too expensive. Well, is investing in your future really that, big of a problem? People spend thousands of dollars to go to colleges and to go to universities and take extra courses and classes, and they don't think twice about it.
Yeah.
This is really no different. You're taking a course, you're taking a class basically to learn this new skill and to have access to tools to make your life much easier. And last but not least, my favorite, it's a scam. Well, a couple of things to think about. One, this particular company that we are with, which is IM Mastery Academy, has been in existence for coming up on 7 years this year. And 7 years in the online space is pretty much unheard of. It, over the course of that period of time, has received a AAA+ rating from businessforhome.org. Their full recommendation as a viable, good company to get involved with. But ultimately, when people say that it's a scam, so here's the thing. the company, I Am Academy, or us, the Ninja Financial Freedom Ninjas, we don't touch your money. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. You, as an individual person and as an individual trader, you are solely responsible for what happens with your money. You trade with it, you compound it, you withdraw it as you need. You're in control of that money. So the bottom line here is that with that fact that you're in control of it, and with the fact that the Forex market, it doesn't play favorites, it just kind of works one way, and it works the same for me as it does for Brian, as it does for anybody else. So knowing that that's sort of a level playing field, and knowing that you are in control of your own money, who's scamming who? Are you scamming yourself? That's the only thing I can figure out. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing that makes any sense to me.
Yeah, it's people, until you get into it, you don't really understand. And I suppose these are things that people would say that don't have a knowledge of it,
Right.
and that dialogue then influences a lot of people, or can, and because they don't understand or investigate. And that's the purpose of this.
Absolutely.
What we're doing is to create a clearness about what it really is and what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Rightio. So let's take a look at how people make money out of Forex, or what's foreign exchange.
This also goes back to the whole "is it a scam" thing.
Yeah, well, exactly right.
Because if it's a scam, as well as all of that, the big players are the big banks. So if it's a scam, then they've got to be scamming everybody too.
Well, to a certain extent, they probably, I mean, think about all of the people that put money into banks and they get
a pittance,
next to nothing interest off it per year.
Yep.
And what these banks do is they go and exchange money all around the world. Your money that you give to them to look after, they give you next to nothing, and they use it to
make tons of money,
quadruple it, just like they make mountains out of it.
Yep.
And basically, you're given nothing for the privilege of giving them the money to make a whole lot out of it.
Yep.
It's just
absolutely.
Like, why don't we use our own money to actually multiply it, as we showed you in the compounding spreadsheet, back a couple of slides. Mm-hmm. So that's all they're doing. They're compounding it.
Yep.
So
it's not just them as well. I mean, there's large corporations do it also, but the big banks are the biggest players in the Forex market.
Yeah.
And just as point of note, Forex stands for foreign exchange. Okay, so in essence, what we're doing is we're exchanging currencies one for the other, very much like when you go traveling. You should also know that the Forex market is far and away the largest financial market in existence. It makes the stock exchange look like a dwarf in comparison, with the amount of money that changes hands every single day in the Forex market, which is to the tune of about $6.6 trillion per day that changes hands. So yeah, it's a biggie.
And the stock market is only
it's just a wee little tyke in comparison to Forex, which is like
which is crazy.
Absolutely. So Brian, is it risky?
Yeah, look, this is the thing. When it is risky if you're not going to educate yourself, if you're not going to understand how things work. And we have a whole procedure to get you to the stage where we minimize the risk as much as possible. Like life, I said life is risky. Yet if you can minimize that risk, it's like, so we educate you with proper risk management. We're talking about money management in this. We have a risk to reward ratio of 1% to 3% or more. It just depends on how what's your profile like. Mm-hmm. We use the right systems, the tools, all the things that will give us the trade ideas for us to know where we're going to actually trade.
Yep.
And if 90% of retail traders fail, how can we do this? How can we do it?
Exactly. We found some secret sauce.
So we've also got, because Anne and I also, and some other people in the Ninja group, we have live trading sessions. And to be honest, today we're going to be broadcasting live into my and Anne's personal profiles on Facebook.
We sure are. 9 p.m. tonight.
So, and that's 11 a.m. for me.
You.
Yeah, on Eastern Standard. That's Australian Eastern Standard Time. So we'll just be putting that into our profiles. You'll only be able to see it from Facebook. You won't have a Zoom link or anything for it. There will be some other Ninja members on there with us, because what we do is we trade live and look for trade possibilities. I call it.
We do training along the way as well, and teach. Yeah.
Yeah. So now in that, we've been doing that since August last year, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah,
indeed.
August. So we have like a win rate that we actually which we can't talk about yet on here. But if you want to ask us and you go like, hey, I want to see evidence of your win rate and how long you've been doing this, we could show you.
We actually record all of the trades that we take. I mean, this is like pretty much all of the live traders in our group. We have a spreadsheet and we record all of our figures, what trades we took, whether they won, they lost, approximately how many pips, which we'll explain in a moment, were gained or lost, you know, and how many, you know, cumulatively probably pips we've gained since we started this whole thing. So that is a document that, yes, you can request to have a look at, but also, as Brian was mentioning, we're doing our live trading tonight at 9 p.m. on streaming into our own profiles, and part of that we will take a quick look at that document as well, so you can see it there.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. So this is a thing.
Speaking of, so how do we do it? This is how we do it.
and it's not only how do we do it, but how can we actually do it successfully? Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Anyone can do it. The key is how to do it successfully. How do you win at this when, you know, it's about the perfect storm between a community, the culture of the community, this is the ninjas, and the resources. Well, there are resources within the ninja. There's also resources within it, I Am Academy that we have.
Yes.
It has tools that will lead us to trade ideas that we may take. Then we analyze them with all of the knowledge we have in the group. Anyway, it's really a perfect storm. Absolutely.
It absolutely is.
So just so you know, the Forex formula is number of pips
times lot size.
Yeah, equals how much profit.
Equals your profit. So yeah. Should we maybe explain what a pip is? Pip actually stands for point in percentage. Yeah. The easiest way to think about a pip really is that a pip equals money, basically. So that's one way to look at it. But a pip was created to create a level playing field in terms of valuation for the currencies, because as you can well imagine, currencies have their own values, and with so many currencies out there that are being traded back and forth, it became very difficult to come to grips with how much money was actually changing hands. So the pip was created to create, again, like I said, that level playing field, so that regardless of the currency, the pip is still the pip. And the pip will then have different values according to what we know as a lot size, which again, these are things that you learn and we teach you through the education at I Am Academy, as well as in our ninja group. But basically, let's just use an example to say that you know, a lot size could be what we call 0.01, which is a value of 10 cents. Or it could be 0.10, which would be $1, or it could be 1.0, which would be $10, and then multiples of all of those. So if you take any one of those figures and you multiply it by number of pips, and we teach to go for 10 pips per day to increase your account by 3%. So your 10 pips could be $3. Where am I? 30 cents, $3, or $30, you know, or again, multiples thereof. So, you know, the pip is really sort of a wonderful tool. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people get caught up in the fact that if they're going after something, it has to be a large number of something. So they get caught up in you know, the number of pips that they're actually achieving on a daily basis. Now, our preferred way to trade is, as I said, just to get a small number of pips. So our teaching is to go for 10 pips per day. And it's much easier. You can well imagine it's easier to get 10 of something than it is to get 100 of something, right? So, we're just going after that small number of pips every day with one of our high probability strategies that we have tested and tested and tested again. And they work. And again, you can see our results, when we show you our trading results and things like that. But BYOB is the short acronym for Be Your Own Bank, and it is our core strategy, particularly for new people. And then there are other strategies as well that we also teach.
Yeah, that's good. Well, good explanation. So let us show you up to 8 hours a day of live trading and coaching from our group alone. That's the Ninja group.
Yep.
Our super simple strategies, our super secret team member bonus software, and we'll talk about that in a moment, bonus, and how to get done for your trades, so earn while you learn, and also testimonials where people have been, successful at this. So it's time to show you that this isn't just a marketing deal like a lot of others. Anne and I don't have to share this with anyone. It's not a necessity.
Nope.
I'm compelled.
It's not a necessity, not a requirement. No.
No. Well, I'm compelled to share it because I know how I benefit out of it, and I'd like to share it so other people could also benefit out of it. Yeah, that's up to them if they want to do that. Yeah. So. Yep. Part of our motivation is really just sharing the love. Yep. So you can also, with this, if you wanted to, you can also get free access. That's if you want to. And the thing is, you only have to be a customer. You can see here on the stats, 92% of all of the members in IM Academy and in the Ninja Group are basically customers.
Our customers. Yep.
Which means that they learn, they trade, and that's it. They don't need to do anything else.
They don't refer. In fact, they can't refer. Yeah. Even if they wanted to, they can't. So, they would have to take another step in order to do that. So the majority of our members, yes, are customers. And that's kind of the way we want it to be. Yeah.
But there is an option, though. You could actually get IM Academy for free.
Yes, you can.
If you actually sign up yourself, and if there's two people that see what you're doing and say, I want to do this as well, and you actually refer them in or you sign them in, then what happens is as long as they're paid members, then you will get your membership for free.
Yeah, IM Academy is very generous that way.
Yeah, this is not, you don't have to do this. This is not something.
It's an option that's open to anybody who wants to.
Yeah.
And it's often a thing that happens somewhat accidentally. A lot of people, again, we said the majority of our members are customers, but a lot of the time, and we hear this, from a lot of people, is that I had never any intention of sharing this with anybody or, talking to anybody about it, but gosh darn it, I was just having such a good time and I'm doing really well and I was so excited about it. And then, before you know it, people are asking me about it and that's kind of how it happens. So what I'm saying, like it happens kind of accidentally sometimes that you end up, having other people come along with you.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's a not have to. And if you're focused on your trading and that, then that's all cool. That's not a problem.
Absolutely.
Okay. So what if you what you would have right now if you're already in the Ninja group? Yeah, if you're already here.
Yes. You would have a newbie friendly strategy with, I forgot to take that out. We don't see that with a win rate. Oops. Up to 8 hours a day of live trading and coaching to help you win. A support group and chat group to help get your questions answered fast. We have the Ninjacator and the Ninjacator Plus alert systems to let you know when the setup for a trade is right for you to come and have a look. We have done for you trades. We have the ability, or you would have the ability to compound your money as per the compounding spreadsheet. You would have our 25 to life strategy, which is again, one of our core strategies that we teach, and it suits some people better. It has a slightly greater risk to reward ratio, but it's also a different time situation. So it does work for some people's lifestyle better. We have a Q&A session on Mondays held by Mr. Knight himself.
Hosted.
Yeah, hosted by Mr. Knight himself, where of course, any of our members can come, and no question is ever too stupid. We are catered to the newbies, the longtime members. It doesn't really make any difference. Whatever question you have, that's the forum to go and ask that question and learn.
Yeah. So, click in there. Oh.
There we go. Whoop.
We got, that should be the one.
Okay. So all of that I just mentioned is provided free to our members, that's from our Financial Freedom Ninja group. Those are all the things that we give you. And actually there's more than that it's not even mentioned on there, in terms of additional software items and other stuff. There's a lot of stuff. But in addition to all of that, you just need a membership with IM Mastery Academy, and then you benefit from the things that they give you, which is access to a professional Forex Academy and not just some random collection of YouTube videos out there. You get access to even more done-for-you trades. You get around 100 hours a week of live trading and training sessions if you want them. These are provided in conjunction. I'm sort of putting these two together, the done-for-you trades and the training and trading sessions, which are done by our professional traders and educators. These are amazing people who, again, spend their time trying to teach everyone various aspects of trading. Some have very specific strategies that they like to do and teach. And many people benefit very, very much from sort of sticking with a particular trainer as well. They give you special Forex software that scans the market for potential trades. This is proprietary software that we have within our company. So even though the cost is irrelevant, because the products make you money and our Financial Freedom Ninjas are there to help you along the way, as we mentioned before, you can get all this for free after you pay your first month, and then at any point after that, refer and retain to paying customers. Again, not an obligation. Simply, we want everyone to know that it exists, that it's out there and available to you should you decide to do that.
Yeah, it's an option only.
Yep.
So does it work? Well, you're seeing it for yourself. Yet in here, there are some testimonials. For example, these are current live trading results here. So we've blacked out people's names just so that they're not, just from a privacy. Yeah. So, well, after yesterday's rather hairy couple of mistakes, and this is, while you're learning, there are mistakes you can make. Luckily, escaping with a small loss, I got straight back on the bike and took experience and just a few pips to get that win percentage back up. Thanks to Brian and Anne for their calls this morning, and to Paul and David for helping me this past 24 hours for a nice 20 pip move. Yay. So, this is also too, this guy woke up, this was Matthew, was saying, woke up to blue on UCAD, total of 36 pips with the baby boomers last night. Now, Anne and I sort of have we're the baby boomers session. So
are we? Oh, somebody didn't tell me. Oh, I'm of that age. Okay.
Well, that's just baby boomers. So here's another one, Dean, for my first week, 25 to life trade results. Remember, Anne was talking about a strategy. Mm-hmm. So 6 wins, 1 loss. So this is on a 15-minute time frame. And so out of the 7 trades, 3 with 22 pip wins, 3 with 45 or plus 45 wins, 1 minus 40 pip loss. So that's a total of 161 pips for the week. Mm-hmm. Now, remember what Anne said, you only need 10 pips
per day.
So to get 161 for the week.
That's technically 3 weeks worth.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And then here's another, we don't have figures in there, but you can see different pairs, buys and sells on different ones. And basically there are under there, there are profits from that. Okay, let's go to the next one.
So you can let the tools do the heavy lifting. These are some of the icons for some of the proprietary tools that I was mentioning previously that you have available to you as a member of IM Mastery Academy. So things like from our harmonic scanner to a tool called Vibrata to Steady, Bounce Back, DeLorean, Gold Cup. What else have we got here? There's just like, it goes on and on.
Yeah.
It goes on and on. The ones that we focus on most within our group are using a tool called the harmonic scanner and a tool called Vibrata.
Yeah.
So those are the ones that we like the best. They're also the easy to understand.
Yeah, and the strategies are based around
our strategy.
those.
Yeah, that's right. They're geared to those two pieces of software.
So this is the thing. Everything you need is there, so you can ultimately just look at a plain chart and do your own analysis. Take your own trades and be totally independent. That's what we want to get to.
That's the ultimate goal. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty straightforward, actually. So next.
So the next steps, we have proven results. As I mentioned, IM Academy is about to turn 7 years old. Well, that figure actually needs to be updated now because we just got word yesterday that our company has in fact doubled in size since the end of February. So in the past 60 days or so, we have grown from 100,000 customers to just over 200,000 customers. The demand for this information is just extraordinary at this moment in time. And it's the ideal time to get started with it. There just couldn't be a better time.
Any time is the ideal time. Yeah.
Well, that's true. That's true. But sometimes they're a bit better for some reasons.
It's got heightened at the moment.
Yeah. So then, of course, we have our community and all of that too.
Yeah.
Now, we mentioned a bonus at the beginning that if you stuck around to. So basically, this is the trial after the trial. One of the bonuses that we're offering you here is the ability to take a 7-day free trial that will allow you to have a look behind the curtain and watch all of the live trading that goes on from Monday to Friday. We have a group that people get put into, and again, all of the live trading gets streamed into that one group. Tonight, the live streaming that we're going to do is an exception. This is sort of a very rare thing that we've really never done before. So the trial is very useful in that you get to see a lot of stuff, you get a lot of information along the way, and you get to have a better idea of what we're all about. So like I said, in addition to the Ninjacator, both Ninjacators, you'll get access to these other Ninja Team bonuses when you take the trial with IM Academy. You get access to a tool that I mentioned also previously that we had other stuff. This is one of those things called an exit manager, which helps you to, well, basically lock in profit on a trade and gain more pips. In other words, more pips, more money. You get the Ninjacator Plus and the Ninjacator, so you don't miss out on trades. Both of these tools can help watch your trades for you, and when you can't, or you just want to go off and have a life in between, and they will tell you and alert you when the trade is ready for you to come back and have a look at it and decide whether you want to take it or not. You have the Get It free training and resources. Again, as we mentioned, IM Academy is very generous in that they will give you your subscription for free if you have 2 paying customers. We also have another group for that very purpose, where we have everything you need to refer once, and if you are happy to do so, and save those fees and then compound them.
There's also, once you join IM Academy, there is also a 7-day cooling off, a 7-day.
There's a 7-day money back guarantee as well.
Yeah.
So in fact, you actually kind of end up with 14 days of goodies.
All right. Now, our mission, or the mission for Anne and I, is to help at least 1,000 people if they want to. Unlike most opportunities, it doesn't matter if we share our info because there's no competition. We can all take the same trades and support each other and not even make a dent in the markets 6, $6.6 trillion worth of money sloshing around every day. I keep talking about the table. If these big banks are on a big round table eating their meal, I just want to scoop off a few crumbs. So if you want to help or be helped, we have everything here in place. All you've got to do is simply get back to whoever had the good sense to invite you to this webinar, or back to Anne if Anne's the person, or back to myself if I'm the person, and ask for the link to get started right away. Now,
absolutely.
And that 7-day trial is no obligation. Like last week, I don't know how many people that went into it.
Yep.
Yet they get to see this live trading that we're going to be doing
every day.
Yeah,
and all of the hours every day.
And they look at that, see whether they can do that, and then make a decision to actually join as well. So, so that's about it, Anne. I don't know
that
if
kind of concludes our presentation, so we can open up for any questions. We only have Teresa here in person with us. So Teresa, will ask you, do you have any questions that you'd like to shoot at us? And you'll have to unmute yourself, Teresa.
That's okay.
That's all right.
Oh,
there she is. Hey, Teresa.
Sorry.
That's okay. I know it takes a bit to figure out.
Yes, it's a lot to take in, and I'm going to look all of it over. I don't have questions because so much of this I don't understand at all. So.
I know it is a lot when you're entirely new and you've never been exposed to it before. But let me know what I can do to help you through that. And I do highly recommend, Teresa, that you do get yourself in on that 7-day trial group. Just so that you can take time and look through and watch as many of the live tradings as you can. You'll see all the different people and the different strategies that we're doing and things like that as well.
Does it have to start now?
Pardon me?
Does it have to start now?
No, whenever you're ready.
Okay, because we're actually in the process of switching internet, so I don't want to start something and then lose it. And
oh yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. You can let me know when you're ready, and then I can make sure that you get put in there.
Okay.
That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me tonight.
Oh, you're very welcome. I know we've been sort of missing each other for the past few weeks trying to get this organized, so I'm glad you made it. But yeah, any questions that you have, Teresa, then I'll be happy to get you whatever information that you want. If you can, try maybe to watch our live trading tonight, because as I said, we're going to stream it into we'll stream it onto my wall, and Brian will be streaming it onto his wall as well. So it'll be open forum for anybody to watch and see and get an idea of kind of the level of support that we have and the level of community that we have within our group and with our members.
The only thing, Teresa, it will cost you for the 7-day trial is your time. And if you're willing to devote that time, what will happen is the things that currently are unclear will become much clearer for you. And the cost is just your time.
Nothing. Yep.
Okay.
No problems at all.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you made it, Teresa.
Yeah, you have a nice night.
Yeah, you as well. Stay in touch. Let me know what I can do.
All right. Thanks, Ann.
Okay, hon.
Good. I will just stop the recording.